Welcome to C Beginners. Yeah, Masood, let's discuss about arrays today. Array basics and how to use the arrays, what are arrays, and yeah, the
Okay,
basics
sir.
of the arrays. Okay. Yeah,
Okay.
have you come across the word array in your daily life?
No, sir.
Do you understand what is the meaning of array in general, the dictionary meaning? Yeah, I just
Cluster.
searched in Google. Okay. Yeah, the meaning of the array is, yeah, let it open. Yeah, the meaning of the array is, for example, several arrays of solar panels will help provide power. Several arrays of
Oh,
solar panels. Okay. Arrays of
oh,
solar panels. Okay. They're not telling many things actually. They're telling the uh, same thing, which is solar panel, and
oh,
they are in multiple number. Okay. That's a plural word. So arrays is nothing but collection of similar kinds of items. Okay.
oh, okay.
Yeah, there are similar items. I mean, there are many solar arrays of solar panels. They're referring it as array because it's a similar items, list of similar items. In C, array is nothing but collection of similar items. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. For example, yeah, let me start a code to say to illustrate what is array. Let's yeah, there is some code here. Okay. I had written in last session, I think. Yeah, let me write some code here. Array.c. I include the headers. io.h stdio.h hash include. We don't need any other header. Let's declare the main function. Return 0. So this is the template of our code, right? This is the skeleton of our. On top of
Okay.
this, we will keep developing the code. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So array. Let's declare. This is the format to declare an array. Okay. Int number list of 10 numbers. Okay, this is the way to declare an array, where the first word says about the data type, I mean type of the similar elements, and variable name and number of the elements in the array. Okay, so we can have multiple kinds of array, right? Like
Okay.
integer array, character array, float array. Yeah, similar way we can declare
Yes, sir.
character array of 10 elements. Similarly, we can declare float array of 10 elements. Okay.
Okay.
So these are different types of arrays. See, first one is the list of numbers. Second one is the list of characters. Third one is the list of floating point numbers, which are decimals. Okay. So do you see what is a character list? List is nothing but something like a name, something which looks like a name or a place name or something like that, right? For example,
Alphabets.
yeah, alphabets, numbers, and what else? Special symbols. Okay. So I can use character array to store a name. Okay. Yeah, I can use number list to store list of numbers. Something like this. Okay. If you come to let me say this as array1.c. Okay. Let's discuss how the data are stored inside the array. Okay. Yeah, this is prepared by me. Yeah. Yeah. You know how data and addresses are organized in the RAM, right? The computer memory.
Yes.
Yeah. Left side indicates the addresses actually. These are addresses. And the contents of the addresses
Oh,
is nothing but the data. Okay. I'm telling you, if you declare an integer array
okay.
of marks, it will have a data. Data will be the content of this one. So marks of 0 is nothing but the content of the address 0x100.
Yes.
Okay. So you understood, right? This way the data will be stored. So if it is an integer
Yes, sir.
array, the first element, if the first element starts from 0x1000, it takes 4 bytes to store another element.
Mm.
Okay. It means 100 to 1004, it stores one integer. 1004 to 1008, it stores another integer. This way it keeps storing the list of integers. So what about in case
Okay.
of float? In case of float, if it is a float marks of 0, how it will be stored? The first number starts from 1000. The second number goes to 1008 because the float takes 8 bytes to store,
Mm.
right? So that way we can,
Yes, sir.
yeah. So this is how the data will be stored. This is you have to understand. So here, which
No.
is the biggest sized, which will take highest memory? Somebody joined or what? No. There are 3 arrays I have declared here. Okay, num list, char list, and float list. Okay, which is the array which takes more space? Can you guess, Masood? Am I audible, Masood?
So float only.
Float, right? Because how much memory it takes?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
80 bytes, right?
8.
Yeah.
Yes,
Character
sir.
will take 1 byte, so it takes around 10 bytes in total.
Yes.
And number list, each number will take 4 bytes, so 40 bytes in total.
40 bytes.
In total. Okay.
Yes,
Now
sir.
let's see how to initialize the array. Okay. There are many ways to
Okay.
initialize the array. Let us reduce the size to 5. Okay. Because we have to initialize the array. Let the list be 5. Okay. Let's use integer numbers. Okay. There are many ways to initialize the data members of the array elements. So like this, we can initialize 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, there are 6 elements now. So there are
6
5 elements.
only for
5. Okay. So number list of 0 will have 0. Number list
okay.
of 1 will have 1. Number list of 2 will have 2. Okay. This way you can initialize an array.
Okay.
Can you guess how you can read the data into array elements? For example, consider you need to read the marks of a student in 8 semesters until from first year to 8 semesters. Okay, how do you read from the standard input? Yeah, let's see how to read it. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm trying to read some elements into number list. Yeah, before this, I will tell you how to traverse through the array. Okay. How do you access array elements? For example, this is num underscore list of 2 is third element, right? This is third element, 0, 1, 2. This is
Yes, sir.
third element. This way you can access, this is called as indexing. This way you can access each element of an array. Okay. Consider you have to iterate, you have to go through and all the elements of an array. How do you do that? Let's see. There we can use the for loop here. Okay. Int I is equal to 0. Let this be for I is equal to 0, I less than 5, I plus plus, printf %d /n, comma, num list of what I have to give I, right? You understand this code?
Yes.
You understand this code, right, Masood?
Yes, sir.
So
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
this way you can go through the entire elements of the array. So what I'm trying to tell you is, if you add a scanf here and %d, comma, address of num list of I, it means you can read into the array, right? You got this, Masood? So num list of I refers to that number in that element, in that point, okay? And address of that is that way we used to pass the member argument into the scanf, right? You got it, Masood? So you understood, right? How you can take the inputs from the user and pass it to array elements by using for loop.
Yes,
Right.
sir. Yes, sir.
So I will add a statement here, printf, okay, enter the next number, okay, /n. First, let's print shall we execute this? Masood, am I audible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, the main function name is wrong here. See, it is searching for main function. Okay, so this is the one.
Mm.
Let me compile again. Yeah, 0 error, 0 warnings. Now it is running. Take some time. Yeah, it printed the first element. Now it is asking for the first element. I will enter 11. Okay. Enter the next number. The second element was 1. We initialized with 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, right?
Yes, sir.
0,
Yes,
1,
sir.
2, 3, 4. Yeah, we are replacing that actually. It printed the second element. Now I'll put 22. Okay. Now 33. Okay. 44. Okay. 55. Okay. Let us print it. Okay. At last. Let's see. We did not print at the end actually. We just took the numbers. Let us print it. Okay. I have to run compile and run. You can run in Linux also the same code.
Mm.
It printed the first number. I'm replacing with 11, then 22, 33, 44, 55. You can see at last we printed the array elements, right? It is replaced with 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, and 5, 5. So this way you can spawn through the array elements. Yeah, let's go through multiple ways of declaring and initializing the array elements. I think, yeah, it is here. Yeah, this is the first way. This is a normal way. There is no initialization here. Can you see initialization? It is just a declaration. But in the second declaration, they have done the initializations. Int a of 3 is equal to 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And here, int a of 3, they initialize with zeros. If you want to initialize with zeros, do nothing. Just empty braces. And let this be discuss about the fourth declaration later. Okay. This we don't use much. Still, we need this. We'll discuss it later. You understood all three ways of declarations, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Not else. Okay, that's it about arrays. Yeah, I want to do one more thing. Consider we have a numbers, right? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. We initialize the array with 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Let us sort it. Okay, so let's do some coding on arrays. Okay. You know what is sorting, Masood?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Arranging, sir.
Arranging. So this is already in the ascending order. Okay, 0 to 4. Let us arrange it in the descending
Yes,
order. Descending order. 4 to 0. Okay. So now,
Okay.
as usual, we need a for loop. For I is equal to 0, I less than 5, comma, I plus plus. Okay. So now, how you can, we have to replace the first element with the last element, second element with exchange, not replace. Exchange first element with the last element, second element with the fourth element, and fifth element remains same, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So when we are exchanging, it means we are changing two values, right? The first element and the last element. So we are processing two elements at a time, right? Masood, are you able to understand?
Yes, sir.
You understood, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So we are exchanging zeroth element with the last element, first element with the last element, second element with the fourth element, and this
Fourth
third
element.
element remains same. So it means
Yes, sir.
in every exchange we are processing two numbers at a time. So how many loop iteration is required? 5 by 2, right?
Yes, sir.
So 5 by 2 is 2.5. Okay.
2
Let this be 3. Okay. 2.5 is 3. Okay. So now I need to exchange first element I, we will use it for first element. Next, we will declare one more variable in j is equal to 0. Okay. J is equal to, we will initialize with j is equal to 5 and j greater than 3. We are using some of the skills of logical operators as well here. Okay.
Oh, sir.
And I plus plus and j minus minus. I am combining two indexings here, I and j. What I will do now here is num list of first I will take a backup. Okay. Int temporary variable is equal to 0. Temporary variable is equal to num list of I. Okay. Then I took the backup of the first element. So now what I can do, I can replace it because I already have the backup. Num list of I is equal to num list of j Now, yeah, num list of j actually, it's not I. I have replaced the first element with the last element. Now I have to replace the last element with the first element. Num list of j is equal to first element. I had a backup in the temp. I will replace with temp. This is the way I'm exchanging the elements. And what I will do, yeah, this is a simple sorting. Okay, you understood, right, Musul? Hello.
ಸರ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸಾರ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಕೆಳಗಡೆ
What, Musul?
ಸರ್ ಇದು ಸಾರ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಕೆಳಗಡೆ ಫಾರ್ ಲೂಪ್ ಇದೆ ಅಲ್ಲ,
ಹಾ,
ಬ್ರಾಕೆಟ್ ಕ್ಲೋಸರ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಸರ್.
ಆಗಿದೆ ನೋಡಿ. ಇದಾ
ಫಾರ್ ಲೂಪ್ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಸರ್, ಒಳಗಡೆ.
we can organize this way also.
ಓಕೆ ಓಕೆ ಸರ್.
You understood, right, Musul? Let's
Yes sir,
examine
yes
this.
sir, yes sir.
Okay. So what I'm trying to tell you is try to build your logic by yourself. Logic is nothing like big wonder. If you keep building, one day you'll become a great coder. So never afraid of coding, always. Let's run this. My piece, yeah, you can see initially it printed 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Later it printed 4, 4, 2, 3, 1. 4, 2, 3, 1. It's not right. Correct, Masood?
Yes sir. Yes sir. 4 3 2 1. Yes.
I is equal to 0. J should be 4. It should not be 5. And this should be less than 2. Less than or equal to 3 is fine. Less than 3. J should be 4. Because 0 to 4th element. 0 to 4th element is nothing but 5 elements.
Yes.
It is printing wrong values. Okay. Yeah, this was the issue, Masood. J should be 4 and J should be greater
Yes,
than
sir.
2 and I should be less than 3. Once if you come to know, you can debug it. It's a minor issue. Okay. If you run this, you can see 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, 1, 2, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So we
Yes.
understood how to spawn through the arrays and how we can sort it out. Okay.
Yes sir.
Yeah, Masood had a doubt actually. Why the for loop has got I less than 2 and J greater than 2? Let's analyze the code, okay? Yeah,
Yes.
the array members are 0 to, it's not 5, 0 to 4, okay? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So what is the value of initial values of I and J? Wait, let me delete this. So according to this initialization, according to this loop, I will have initial value of 0 and J will have initial value of 4. And
0.
the data gets exchanged in the first session. So 0th element and 4th element got exchanged.
Yes.
In the second iteration, I will be 1 and J
Yes,
is
sir.
equal to 3. The first and the third element will be exchanged. And we don't need to exchange first and the fourth
Yes,
element
sir.
will exchange. We don't need to exchange the third element because it is already in the middle. So we need only 2 iterations of the loop. Iterations mean 2 times. If it is able to execute, that is enough. So we had I less than 2. I is always less than 2. 0 and 1. I less than 2. And J greater than 2.
Greater than 2.
4 and 3. So we have a condition for sorting here.
Okay, sir.